Welcome to the State Basketball 2025 preview video. If you need to reach out to the sports staff with any questions, you can easily contact one of the following. Brittany Bush, Vice President of the Sports, at bbush@somt.org. Bill Polk, Sports Director, at bpolk@somt.org. Or Richie Whitney, Sports Coordinator, at rwhitney@somt.org. Today's agenda, we will focus on paperwork, Special Olympics Montana must-haves, season timeline, green list, assessment forms, coach education, and competition updates. Every athlete must have a complete medical form, communicable disease waiver, and athlete consent form valid through November 8th, 2025. Every coach, partner, and volunteer must have a completed volunteer application, protective behavior certification, and communicable disease waiver and consent form valid through November 8th, 2025. All coaches must have a Special Olympics concussion certification valid through November 8th, 2025. All coaches must also have the sport-specific certification for basketball valid through November 8th, 2025. All paperwork must be submitted to Sue Hill. Athletes, coaches, and volunteers who do not have current paperwork for the entirety of the state basketball season will be scratched from the games. There can be no exceptions for this rule. Normally, the paperwork deadline coincides with the start of each sports season, but to help offset with the start of school, the paperwork deadline for basketball will be September 19th, and all paperwork must be valid through the completion of the basketball season on November 8th. Sport-specific certifications for coaches must be completed prior to the beginning of the basketball season starting on August 25th. September 26th is the deadline for initial team rosters. These rosters must be submitted on Special Olympics Montana registration forms. Your final registration and divisioning scores are due no later than October 17th. Rosters are set at this time unless an alternate that you have registered needs to be activated prior to the games. Green List is a spreadsheet with all of the expiration dates for all of the forms for all athletes, coaches, volunteers, and LPCs across the state. It is the go-to resource for team and volunteer information. The Green List must stay up to date in order for your athletes and volunteers to participate in Special Olympics Montana programming. The Green List is emailed at the beginning of each month to all local program coordinators by GMS coordinator Sue Hill. If you need an additional copy of the Green List, contact Sue at shill@somt.org. Prior to your training sessions, you should open the Green List designated for your area. Locate your specific tab at the bottom of the screen. Names that appearing in red means there is something expired or missing. Names appearing in blue, something will expire within the next 3 months. Names appearing in black are up to date. All athletes and volunteers who have expired paperwork will not be able to participate in Special Olympics practices, competitions, fundraising events, etc. If athletes and volunteers have expired paperwork, they will be scratched from the event. Team and individual assessment forms provide self-ratings of an individual or your team's ability, used for divisioning and matching of abilities of teams at state competition. It is to your advantage to be as accurate as possible, as it will help you play better, more equitable games. You will rate each athlete, unified partner, and alternate, if needed, separately in the following 6 categories: ball handling, passing, movement, game awareness, shooting, and rebounding. You will choose the statement and the numerical value that best represents what your athlete or partner can do. Score your athlete and partner on their merits without comparing them to others on the team. Special Olympics North America has sent out a new method for team and individual assessment. However, we are going to continue with what we have used in the past as we feel it gives you a better picture of your team's ability. You will add up the scores from each category and divide this number by 6 to get your athlete's overall rating. This is the qualifying score you will place in the final registration in October. You will not need to get an overall team rating. Special Olympics Montana sports staff will get that rating for you. 2025 state basketball roster and registration form. You'll open the state basketball registration form upon receipt. Please do not change the formatting of the Excel spreadsheet. If you are saving it to your computer, please save the workbook in the same format that it is currently in. Only work in the contact information and registration tabs at the bottom of the workbook. The Special Olympics Montana Use Only tab is filled with information so your drop-down menus will work. To begin, you will fill in the contact information for the LPC or coach who will be present at the tournament. This will include email and phone number information. Next, you will need to fill in the questions regarding dine-out, lunches, and accessibility needs. Columns coded blue will be due by September 26th. Columns coded orange are due at final registration by October 17th. The registration form is set up so that when you click on a cell in the delegation, role, event, and modification columns, you will get a drop-down menu. You must use the drop-down menu. Please do not enter information in these columns manually. When you click on a cell, a small arrow will appear. Click this arrow and scroll to the menu choice. For delegation, you will select the delegation name for each participant. You will then select the role for each member of your delegation. Fill in the name and gender of each member so GMS can find them during the upload process. Please do not use nicknames in this section as GMS will not recognize the individual and duplicate entries can be made, which will slow GMS down in the process. You will select the event you want to enter your athlete or partners into. The event ID should automatically populate for you. Select the modification that you will need for individual skills athletes. Type the name of your team your participant is playing on. Team names will be used in scheduling and bracketing. In the event that a name gets duplicated, we will use delegation first, followed by name. If you are submitting an alternate, you will place alternate in this section rather than a team name. Individual ratings scores for each member will be placed in the qualifying score. Special Olympics Montana sports staff will calculate your divisioning score for you. Individual skills athletes' combined scores will be placed in this section, but you will not need to use the event team name. Please ignore the last two columns, processed and processing log. GMS needs these to upload. You will now save your registration form and attach it to an email sent to Bill Polk at bpolk@somt.org or Brittany Bush at bbush@somt.org. I appreciate you for taking time out of your busy evenings and weekends to work on your coach education. Since we made the move to pre-recorded trainings, we have seen a significant increase to the number of certified coaches we have. We will continue to offer these pre-recorded trainings to better fit your busy schedules, but we will also begin to add the virtual option back, as we have had in the past, for those coaches who like to sit in on their trainings. Look for more in-person opportunities as well, as we are beginning to bring training sessions to various areas across the state. Sports certifications are sent out by season. So if you have noticed you are missing a certification for a season that is not yet in play, you can reach out to me at bpolk@somt.org, and I can let you know if I have your certification and it's just not yet updated. Requests should not be made to Sue Hill with the green list, as Sue does not work within certifications. An updated coach education progression can be found on our website under Coach Education at www.somt.org. There will be no changes for offerings for state basketball this year. You can find specific rules for competition in Coach Education videos or the resource section on our website. Offerings for 2025 for 5-on-5 will stay the same: player development, unified player development, and unified competitive league. Offerings for 3-on-3 will also remain the same: player development, unified player development. We also will continue to offer our skills competition. Health updates from Health and Fitness Director Mallory Frank. August MedFest will be in 2 locations: Kalispell on August 22nd from 1 to 5 at Logan Health Medical Fitness Center, and in Great Falls on August 26th, 1 to 5 p.m. at Scottish Rite Childhood Language Disorders Clinic. Registration deadline for these MedFests is August 15th. Please help recruit athletes and have them register with Mallory at mfrank@somt.org. Stay tuned for upcoming Fit Fives. Potential sites will be Great Falls, Bozeman, Missoula, and Kalispell. A healthier you. There will be a back to school challenge using the app, which includes Fit 5, sleep, and plus steps. It will start August 28th. New to Special Olympics Montana, fitness captains. If you have an athlete on your team who has a passion for fitness and healthy behaviors that can bring this mindset to their teammates and ensure sports is a key setting for fitness. More information on this position can be found on the website under resources. No dates have been set yet for these trainings, and the trainings will total 4 hours. State basketball healthy athletes will be on Friday, November 7th at the fairgrounds from 6 to 9 p.m. Disciplines offered will be health promotion, fun fitness, fit feet, strong minds, and special smiles. Stay tuned for a winter fitness challenge. Sign up your whole team. There are always cool prizes, and leaderboards will be on social media. We will also be continuing the virtual exercise classes throughout the year. Thank you for all of your time and energy to make Special Olympics Montana all that it can be. Have a great basketball season, and we will see you in Helena November 6th through the 8th.